Game 7 of the NBA Finals. We are at Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Tonight, it's the LA Lakers taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Along with Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Lakers coming in. They know what's at stake. This is it. One game to decide the NBA Finals.
Well, here we are. This is what you dream about. A Game 7. A one-game series for the NBA championship. This has been one heck of a thrilling ride so far. I'm just so grateful to be here courtside to watch this happen in front of my own eyes. This has really been a dream come true.
Los Angeles, they have it. To Schroeder. Takes stock of the floor. Schroeder to James. That's a 24-second violation. Simmons to Embiid. Not that time. LeBron with it up top. Just getting started. Strap in for a good one here in Game 7. Ben Simmons with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Add 2 points to the board.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
It's James controlling the offense. To Schroeder. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to P&Rs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
In the front court comes Simmons. 2-point advantage. To Danny Green. Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Simmons. Fires the 3. Tough shot. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Simmons. Slams it down. Jay, I'm surprised. He had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Schroeder to James. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Oh, had him going there for a second. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Simmons to Embiid. Joel Embiid. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Schroeder to James. Oh, nice find for the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Harris to Embiid. Deep left corner. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To James. Matthews to James. That's rebounded by Philadelphia. To Embiid. The pass taken away by the Lakers. Anthony Davis lets it go. The jumper's off the mark. To Simmons. And scores. Strong take.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. We'll Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Schroeder to James. LeBron James. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 56% for his career. Simmons converts the three-point play. The Sixers increase the lead. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. 5-point game to James. Nothing going here on that drive. LeBron James, 3 for 6 now.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle. "17-footer at the buzzer. Final shot of the period, almost. It would have counted, but no good. Time's run out here in the first quarter. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Hill into the front court. Up by 3. To Simmons. Shot clock winding down. George Hill. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here's Schroeder with it. Down 5. Got it.
I love when I get a chance to watch guys who can make more out of what they actually have in their arsenal. And that's who Dennis Schroeder is. For a guy who really can't shoot, he sure does put the ball in the bucket.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Knocked loose. Hill across the timeline. Leads 5. Schroeder with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Short jumper won't fall.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively,
Stuffs it down with authority.
as a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Caldwell Pope, guarded by Tolliver. Down low for Davis. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Sixers call for time. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
Teacher of the Year. The winner will receive courtside seats and a halftime presentation in his or her honor. Nominations can be submitted on our
Changes coming from both sides right now. Hill. To Embiid. Has a chance. Off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Knocked loose. Sixers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Hill into the front court. Leads 3. To Embiid. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Joel Embiid pins it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To James. Sixers with the rebound. To Embiid. To Seth Curry. Lets it fly from long range. Seth Curry off the mark. Good defense. James into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. LeBron James. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Embiid to Hill. Nice pass to set things up.
One could make the case he might be glad he didn't get the and one.
To Schroeder. Nothing going here on that drive. Ben Simmons blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Runner's good there.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Hill. That misses with 3 seconds left. And one. Embiid, good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Embiid Feeds free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Long key from three-quarters court. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The 76ers have the advantage on the scoreboard at halftime. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. The Lakers have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Bench points.
The Los Angeles Lakers had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
Simmons tallied a lot of blocks in the first half and really made his presence known on the defensive end. I bet we end up seeing the opposition get even more timid around him. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Lakers at the controls right now. James to Schroeder. Big finish at the rim. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
LeBron into the front court. The deficit is 6. Just not going down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. And he connects on the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Slams it down.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
LeBron James wants it. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Simmons throws it up. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Lakers ball. Schroeder to James. Probing the defense. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
LeBron into the front court. His guys down by 9. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. He's now 4 for 6.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Simmons to Danny Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Danny Green to Simmons. Has a look. A shot no good by Harris.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
LBJ with it. To Davis. Schroeder to James. The drive, right to the basket, right down Broadway, 4-2. Simmons with it. Lead stands at 7. Sets him up. And the basket good at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Simmons to Embiid. Count the bucket for 2.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Kuzma. It's James. Shakes free and hits.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
George Hill. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. And counted at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That ends the 3rd quarter. The 76ers have the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Hill across the timeline. Leads four. To Howard. Andre Drummond able to recover with the block. Los Angeles, they have it. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref's bit, and that's the game.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Across the timeline comes James. He'll run the offense. Caldwell-Pope to James. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by George Hill. So it stays with the LA Lakers. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Caldwell-Pope. Not that time. He misses. Danny Green. Cashes in for 2.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Turns and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Hill into the front court. Leads 3 to Embiid. To Danny Green. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
I know the fans didn't get a chance to hear this during the break, but the coaches are wearing a mic for the broadcast. I heard a lot of arguing inside the huddle. It lets you know that the intensity level is pretty high going into the fourth.
James to Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
And a throwdown.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
To James. To Schroeder. And he hits.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
and convert the free throw. To Danny Green. Strong finish that time for Danny Green.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. The deficit now up to 5. To Matthews. Driving right to the basket. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Hill. To Danny Green. Beyond the arc for 3. Long Island zone. Danny Green with the 3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
James. Joel Embiid with the block. Oh, the hustle keeps the ball in play. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
I'm pretty sure I saw that move earlier in the game. I can't believe he fell for it again.
Simmons with it. They lead it. 4-point game. To Embiid. The pass taken away by the Lakers. To Schroeder. Nothing going here on that drive. And the finish at the rim.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Howard to Simmons. LeBron James sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Won't go. To Simmons. Embiid. To Danny Green. Embiid. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Turnovers like that at this point of the game?
Knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Matthews. It's Embiid with the rebound. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
This is why teammates love him. Yeah, that was an aggressive play, but you're also sending a message, setting the tone. You can't half-step on that.
And now the intentional foul. They'll stop it with 14 seconds left in the game.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Joel Embiid. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D. You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Long heave from three-quarters court. The Sixers are victorious. They've won their first NBA title since 1983. Trusting the process leads them to a championship. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers have come out on top. Congratulations to them and all of their fans around the world. This is a night they'll never forget. Here are the guys who put up the most points. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Lakers couldn't fight off elimination. It was a valiant effort, but they just couldn't get it done. I can already hear their fans saying it now. Maybe next year. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in a zone, he just took it to another level. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for another NBA season. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, thanks for making us your choice for hoops action.